They need to check themselves sometimes. But just remember, pride comes before the fall.
Anything specific?
This year, pride comes before the fall.
And welcome back to Bitter Rivals with Ted and Tom. Hey, Tom, I want to revisit a comment that you made a couple weeks ago regarding Michigan. Your arrogance was bubbling to the top, and we were talking about the only thing that brings Michigan down is Michigan. You talked about the basketball program, you talked about the football program. Well, guess what? We hired Muddy Waters. So that happens. You got to live with it. And the biggest problem that you had is you felt like you had to break the continuity, which was the strength of the Michigan program,
Absolutely.
and go outside the program. You screwed up.
But it took Michigan State multiple decades to get back. And the reason Michigan State is lacking respect right now is because you haven't been doing your body work for 4 and 5 straight decades. That's the problem.
That's the continuity issue, and that's where the difference is with the D'Antonio regime. What he brought in is continuity. His coaching staff, he lost 2 coaches since he came in 5 years ago. Dan Enos, head coaching, up at CMU, and offensive coordinator Don Treadwell. And the rest are intact from really the staff that he had down in Cincinnati. That really, I mean, if you look at it, it's a flip-flop. What happened at Michigan recently in the last 4 years regarding the lack of continuity versus
3 years of Rich Rodriguez.
Versus what's happened with D'Antonio since he's come to Michigan State. And that is a strength that continues on, and that's why you can build and maintain a program year after year after year. As far as basketball goes, well, guess what? Yeah, you screwed up. You had the worst scandal in NCAA basketball history. Live with that, cheaters.
Hey, oh, come on, Ben, and chill out a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about my predictability expertise. I predicted after the Iowa game, and Michigan played pretty pathetic down at Iowa City, that they were going to win the next 3 games. What did they do? They won the next 3 games.
My hat off to you. You were there.
Now I'm going to make another.
4 weeks ago.
Now I'm going to make another.
4 weeks ago, I predicted Michigan State would run the table.
Fine. Now I want to make a Michigan State prediction. They're going to lose the next 3 games they play on the football field. They're going to lose Wisconsin. They're going to lose their bowl game because Mark blows bowls. Okay. Then they're opening with Boise State. So in their opener next year, even at Sparty Stadium. So I think I'm not thinking. I'm knowing 3 straight L's coming up for Sparty.
Guarantee?
Well, I don't guarantee as much as a fan can guarantee. I'm predicting that's what's going to happen.
And I'm predicting that we're going to win the next 2 games, and we're going to win the home game against Boise State.
Okay.
Boise State's quarterback is graduating.
You're predicting 3 straight wins.
Yeah, I am.
3 straight wins. You're going to beat Oregon. You can beat the Quack Attack out in Pasadena.
Well, I can guarantee. The other guarantee I have is Michigan is not going to lose their game this week because they don't have a game.
It's fine. They're in the clubhouse. They got a nice 10-2 mark, and they're going to move up in the polls after some losses in the conference championship.
You can't even move up because you had a good practice because you're not practicing.
It happens, and you move down even when you win. That's what happens in college football. It's an imperfect system. We know it, and until they get a playoff, that's what we're dealing with.
Well, let's switch right now to basketball, Tom.
Sure, let's talk about basketball. Michigan wins 2 out of 3 at the Maui, and you got a big win over the Eagles of EMU yesterday.
We absolutely did. We're sitting at 4-2. It's still a work in progress. It's still a very young team, but there's a lot of positive signs that are coming out of that. Keith Ebling had a very good game against Eastern. We'll have a tough game on Wednesday in the ACC Big Ten Challenge, but I think when we head into the Big Ten basketball season, we're going to start to gel as a team. He's going to have the unit that he's comfortable with as starters and the second unit coming in the second wave. And I feel we'll do quite well in the Big Ten.
Well, you better do well against Michigan this year, but because Mitch McGary's coming in next year, the big man.
Yeah, you ever
recruit in the nation?
You ever hear
Wolverines? So not only are they going to be doing good this year, they're going to be doing outstanding next year.
2 words: Gary Harris.
He's top 25. Mitch McGary's number 3 in the country in Rivals.com.
And you can measure his vertical leap with a piece of paper underneath.
Right. Stay tuned for our final segment. Bitter Rivals, Ted and Tom, coming up after this.